Yeah, we went. What's up? Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. This is the Benchwarmer Podcast. My name is Eric. You hate me 702, and the beast from the east.
Got Keldrock, as you were trying to tell me something, right as you decided
to we went to TNA Unbreakable on Thursday. Jeremy got free tickets for him.
Oh, nice.
And then we saw the Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys.
Yeah, that was so. That was actually, it was weird because like we walked in and it was in the Cox Pavilion, but it looked like we were in a high school gym. Very good seats. There couldn't have been more than like maybe 1,000 people there. 500 to 1,000, maybe 500.
Damn.
But because of WrestleMania, all the places do this. So AEW did it last year. They all come out and come to Vegas and put on a show, because they know they're going to get people to show up just through it being Vegas. Do you see what I'm saying? For one, it being Vegas, and then you have all the WrestleMania people that are coming in for the weekend. So they did
busy stuff going on over there.
Huh?
It's always busy over there in Vegas.
So you had TNA, you had SmackDown on Friday, and then you have WrestleMania Saturday, Sunday, and then you have Raw on Monday. And I fly out Monday, so I didn't go to Raw. I didn't go to SmackDown. Jeremy went to SmackDown yesterday. Seemed pretty cool. I wish I didn't go. I went wine tasting, as you know. But anyway, we saw the damn Hardys, and the Hardy Boys. That was so cool because like when they came out, everybody was on their feet. Have you ever been to a wrestling event, Sam?
No, I have not. Never
okay.
Been.
So we have to get you to one of those because it's interesting. The wrestling events are the only place where fans can talk as much shit as they want. Like, there's no throw him out. There's no he's talking shit to me. It's part of the atmosphere, the vibe. You see what I'm saying? So like when you go into Tessa Blanchard is a racist. She said some racist ass shit multiple times. And she works for TNA. No big deal. Everything's cool about that. But when she got in the ring, the whole crowd chanted, "You're a racist." The whole fucking match.
God damn.
So could you imagine if they chanted that at the MLB game or an NBA game? Of course they were chanting, "This is awesome." They were chanting, "This is boring." They were chanting, "You suck." But depending on where you go, you could see like F you, Cena. So that is the cool part. There was a barbed wire match where they take the ropes and wrap them in barbed wire.
Okay.
Even though I know how they do this, I know about the barbed wire, it was still one of those things where this dude in the first moment, he got cut so bad that I was like, that's either fake or he just literally split open his arm.
He gonna die.
Because they went through a door with barbed wire on it, and within 30 seconds, his arm was just gushing.
Ugh.
So then you saw it. It was literally, there was a gash. He continued wrestling. It was an all right thing, but the crowd is always so much fun. So much fun at wrestling events. That's probably one of the best things, especially like if you catch. Like, if I would have been in town for Raw, I might have gone to Raw. Because it's like 2 hours, and that is going to be an epic Raw.
Freaking barbed wire.
Yeah, that was my little thing. I don't know where Jeremy's at. Jeremy's probably sleeping.
Yeah, let him sleep. We got this. We got this. We'll hold it down for him.
Again, I understand how Sam gets up late so much now.
You get it now that you've been on the East Coast?
I get it. I get it. Because like when I was in Delaware, like I was like, oh shit, I could literally sleep till like 9 o'clock. It was weird because even at work, it was completely opposite. Like I was getting up before I was getting reports. So it was like, oh, you get your reports at this time in the morning, 5 o'clock my time or 5:30 my time. But I was getting up at like 8 o'clock. So I was like, I understand why East Coast people get up so late.
Yeah, there's nothing going on.
There's nothing, like all of your games are on late. Everything is on so much later. Like even football. So it's just so, yeah, it's so ridiculous to me that I'm just like, now I get all of it. I literally was there for like in like the third day. I'm like, I understand Sam now.
Yeah, you get it.
I understand why he gets up so late. All right, we're gonna get into some quick takes real quick. All right, so we got for quick takes, we got in case y'all didn't watch the UFC last week, Alexander Volkanovski got his title back. So he had lost to Islam. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. He had got knocked out by him. Then he lost to, why did I see your cat and think I had to go open my door for my cat? And then he got lost to, and then he lost to Ilya to whatever his name was. Can't pronounce his name either. Because that guy moved up in weight class. They had the fight for Alexander Volk. And I forgot who he was fighting, but it was a bloody match. He won. He won. The great thing about UFC 314 was Bryce Mitchell got choked out.
Yes, the greatest part of it all.
It was because if you don't know who Bryce Mitchell is, Bryce Mitchell talks a lot of shit. But Bryce Mitchell talks a lot of shit, and he talks a lot of dumb shit. Like he's like, he's probably a flat earther. He's a hillbilly hick that read a book and now he's intelligent. So he's just absolutely
a flat earther.
He's just, I think I'm 100% positive he's a flat earther. Like I'm not even joking on that. Like he talks those crazy conspiracy theories. So I don't even send it there. Okay, that's good. So yeah, so he got beat up. We got the Canelo Crawford. Not Canelo Crawford. Canelo Crawford fight upcoming. That should be a blessing in disguise. The NHL playoffs started. I don't care. I haven't watched one NHL game. And when I said I was all in on baseball, I probably spoke way too soon. I'm paying attention to it, but yeah, I'm not all in on baseball.
I mean, you could be all. So the way I see it, though, you could be all in, but it's an understanding too. Like you are a basketball fan, and this is an important time of year for basketball.
Yes.
So I couldn't you're still all in on baseball, but you do have to split focus at the moment.
I know. I got to wait till basketball gets over because the basketball season right now is unbelievably insane.
Literally the playoffs.
It is so just what has happened from the trade deadline on. So, I mean, the trade deadline was supposed to be quiet. You had so many people that moved. You had so many things that changed teams. Then you had injuries that came up right after that. So it's almost one of those things where you're like the second half of the NBA season was so different, was absolutely so different. So like, let's just look at the Western Conference. Yeah. Okay. Lakers are about in the same spot that they were beforehand, but the Warriors went on a run. They got all the way to the 6th seed. And the only reason why they didn't get the 6th seed was because of the damn Clippers. So we missed the Warriors versus the Lakers, which everybody wants to see that. I don't know why. I don't think they're good series.
LeBron versus Curry. That's what they want.
But it's not LeBron versus Curry. It's LeBron. They don't even match up against each other. You never see Curry. So, no, in this scenario, it would be LeBron versus Butler. I know it's Curry's team. But
it would be Curry versus Luka, and then, as you said, Butler versus LeBron.
Like, I get it for the star-studded names and who the teams are, but I would much rather see the Lakers versus the Timberwolves. I would much rather see Anthony Davis.
Could easily, so the NBA world could still get both matchups there. They could still have Lakers Timberwolves, and they could still get Lakers Warriors.
The only way they get the Lakers Warriors is if Oh, they can get him in the second round.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, they can get him in the second round. Yeah.
Because the Warriors are favored to beat the Rockets, which could easily still happen. Lakers are favored to beat the Timberwolves.
That probably will happen.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was looking at this I was looking at this playoff bracket, and it already had it filled out, and I was like, what? But it was a pick 'em. So the guy picked his playoff bracket. Okay.
Yeah, I have the playoff bracket pulled up too.
I do too. So you could easily get the Lakers and the Warriors in the second round. Perfect. But I mean, we had the Kings kind of make a run. Dallas somehow stayed in contention for the play-in, even though they were missing 90% of their players.
Yeah, AD, I guess, kept them alive for a little bit.
AD played 9 games. That was it.
Hold on, was he in that last game?
Yeah, he scored 40 points. So AD got injured in his first game and then played the last 9. Somehow the Nuggets, what the fuck is going to happen with the Nuggets after firing their head coach?
Mike Malone and the GM gone.
Yeah, 5 games into the season, I finally got to show. What's up, buddy? How you been?
Like 5 games into the season, what?
Play-in tournament, is the format fair? Yeah, the format's fair. The format is 100% fair because you're taking away. So the 7 and 8 seed normally would be in the playoffs before they did the play-in. So you have to give them a double chance to get in. That's the smartest thing because literally they should be in the playoffs. So because if we went 1 through 8, they just made 6. So a year before the play-in, they would have automatically made it. So having those two play is 100% awesome because, oh my goodness. Are you okay? Everything okay? Well, I'm guessing everything's okay now because you're out.
He's here on Twitch, so I think he's doing decent.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that. But the 7-8 play each other, so the winner automatically gets a 7th seed. I think that's fair. And then the 8 plays the loser, the winner of the 9-10. I think giving them the 7 and 8 2 shots to make the play-in, I think that's 100% fair. I think giving the 9 and 10 only 1 shot to make the play-in is fair. So you could tweak it a little bit, but I don't think whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, if you're in a coma, you're gonna freak out everybody. Like those are words that you don't say on a regular basis that come together. I was in a coma. So I don't know many people.
If you're in a coma, I really don't think you're saying.
You in a car accident? Did you have a stroke or something? If you don't mind me asking. Did you fall off a ladder? Did you go to that horrible MLS stadium?
What?
So the Kansas City Soccer Stadium?
It's that bad.
Yeah, it's horrible. So so I think that's fair. I think that's 100% fair. The thing that I think is less fair, which is funny to me, is the way the seeding works out. Because the way the trade deadline makes it so unfair. Because of the fact that the Warriors are not a 7 seed.
No.
They're not an 8 seed. Like if we have a full season with them playing, they're probably a top 4 team. So that in this scenario, the Rockets are fucked because they're literally playing a team in the first round that they probably should not play. A massive staph infection, to exaggerate it, led to. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. You're 100% good.
You're allowed to share. We are concerned for you.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad everything's okay. Hopefully the rest of your recovery goes good.
Hopefully it's smooth.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So, speaking of the play-in, though, this is the first year a 10 seed has made the playoffs?
I don't care about that. I'm so tired of them coming up with stupid-ass stats. This is the first seed. Somebody from the play-in won a series. It's going to happen. It's going to fucking happen.
We already had a play-in team win a few series. They went to the fucking finals.
Exactly. So let's fucking stop. Let's stop acting like they did something special. I'm so tired of everybody gets a fucking certificate. They did nothing special. Boston and OKC will not be in the finals. They did something that's not going to happen. I'm going to break it down for you really, really quickly. but that is not going to happen. So, for instance, the Mavericks were the 10 seed. And in this scenario, the Bulls were the 10 seed. Let's see the two teams that were in front of them. The Heat were basically tanking. Remember, they traded Jimmy Butler for Andrew Wiggins. So they were basically tanking. And the Hawks are Trae Young and the Hawks. So when you look at it, it's not like they beat a 40-win team or whatever. Not like they beat a 50-win team. They literally beat a team that was 40-42 and almost blew the fucking lead. Wait, hold on. Yeah. So the Heat were 37-45. They beat the Bulls, who were 39-43, and they beat the 40-42 Hawks. So it's not like they beat you're gonna have that happen more often, I think, than not, when you have three teams that were basically tanking. The Bulls traded Zach LaVine. The Heat traded everybody. They kind of got lucky on this run. And who the fuck did the Hawks have?
Trae Young. So I'm looking at this now. The Heat have been the 8th seed for 3 years in a row.
No, Nuggets are not on an upset alert.
Would it be an upset to lose to the Clippers, though?
No, he's asking. I think what I took that is Nuggets being an upset alert, making it to the finals.
Yeah. No. Honestly, I think the Lakers or Warriors probably have the better chance in the West.
This is my thing with the Nuggets. It depends on Jamal Murray. So Jokic is a beast. But when they went to their playoff run and went to their finals, they got 2 finals, right?
He said no, Nuggets against Clippers.
Oh, that's not an upset.
I told you. He wasn't talking about that.
It's a 4 or 5 seed.
That's never an upset.
Yeah, that's never an upset. It's a 4 or 5 seed. So I couldn't take that as an upset. I honestly, this is what I'm about to tell you. This is what I'm about to tell you. This is
how it's going to go down.
Shut up. This is how it's going to go down. Okay. So now we know it's going to be wrong. But first off, Lakers, we'll start with OKC and Memphis. That is going to be a tough series. That should be a much tougher series than people are giving them credit for. Because, yes, OKC is young, so is Memphis.
Yeah, but they all want to discredit Ja because he likes guns.
Oh, because he's fucking stupid. Not because he likes guns. It's because this motherfucker does not know how to make intelligent decisions regarding his NBA basketball career. So why do we think he makes intelligent decisions on the court? They said, hey, bitch, stop shooting guns. He goes, okay, fuck you. I'm going to do a stupid thing and go, but you are not a gangster. You are as gangster as I am.
Raptors are not in the playoffs. They cannot make it. They have been mathematically eliminated a while ago.
Who?
The Raptors.
The Raptors are not in the playoffs, buddy. Good job, though. He doesn't watch NBA. So you have OKC and Memphis. Do I think Memphis comes out? Yes, I do. I think OKC comes out. I don't think we have an 8 seed, but I think that's going to be a grueling game. Just for matchup purposes, yes, OKC has Shea. They have Ja. Okay? They have Alex Caruso. They have Desmond Bane.
Okay.
So they have Chet Holmgren. They have Jaren Jackson.
Fair. Okay, fair.
So when you look at the teams, their length, and I think they have Steven Adams still, if I'm not mistaken. They're for center.
I thought Steven Adams got traded.
Did he get traded, or I think he's still with them?
We're going to have to talk playoff, you know.
I think he got traded to them.
Steven Adams is where is he? What team is he on? He's on the Rockets.
Oh, Zach Edey. Never mind, not Steven Adams. I had another white dude named Zach Edey. My bad. So when you look at their team, they have John Moran and Shea. They have Desmond Bane, who plays a small forward shooting guard. They have Jaren Jackson. They have Zach Edey. Coming off the bench, they have Scottie Pippen Jr., who has been playing extremely well at point guard. They have G.G. Jackson, who plays small forward, power forward position. And they have a sniper in Luke Kennard. So that is probably...
I haven't heard that name in ages.
I know, but that is probably one of the better matchups for an 8-1 seed. because of the reason why they match up. The Clippers are going to beat the Nuggets.
Ooh. Someone's
Listen,
feeling spicy over there.
as long as Kawhi stays healthy, the last time we've seen Kawhi healthy in the playoffs
was Toronto run.
Exactly. So, and right now, this team, I think, is more set up for him to run. Very similar to the San Antonio Spurs team when he went to played against the Warriors and got injured. Very similar to the Rockets team. He has a couple other players, but it's him. So he's the leading factor, or not the Rockets, the Raptors team. He's the leading factor on it. Yes, he has players that can come up in big shots, but it's all Kawhi's team.
He's also got players that'll come up and miss big shots. James Harden.
Hold on. He had that in fucking Toronto.
Who?
Kyle Lowry was not a fucking clutch player.
Yeah, but Kyle Lowry knew that.
So James Harden knows he's not a clutch player.
Does he, though?
Trust me, I think he does.
Does he?
I think he does. Okay. And they have a guy that, let's not forget, I'm not saying, look, we could talk as much shit as we want about James Harden. The dude has never missed the playoffs.
He's never missed it.
He's never missed the playoff. And for 90% of this run, he was literally the leading cog. So yeah, you have he hasn't gone far. Western Conference Finals, second round of the Eastern Conference Finals, but he's never missed the playoffs.
Yeah, when he was with Houston, he was definitely the guy. But once he
was
Houston,
yeah, so he had 8 years in Houston. So since then, yeah, the Nets, 2 years in the Nets, 2 years with the Sixers, so like a 2.5, and then a couple years with the Clippers. But every team that he plays for got better.
And James Harden has always been the number 2 now since leaving.
Yeah, exactly. So Lakers, Timberwolves, I'm so excited for this series. I think the Lakers are going to win. There's nothing Timberwolves can do with Luka and LeBron. That's just the offensive firepower is too much. And they're going to
Bronny's going to smoke them.
They're going to double the shit out of Anthony Edwards. Because they really, unless Julius Randle comes up big, they don't really have any other scoring threats.
I don't think they even need to double him. Didn't Luka lock him down last year?
Hell no. Luka has never locked anybody down. Okay? Stop it. Okay?
It was Kyrie.
The Warriors and Rockets, again, I think the Warriors win. I think this is actually going to be a very quick series. I think it's going to probably be in 5 games. It's not going to be fair. The Rockets have a great head coach in Udoka, but so do the Warriors. So there's no coaching advantage. The Rockets do have Fred VanVleet, who have championship history
experience
with the Raptors, but they're just too young. And when you get in these positions and you're playing people that have tons of experience and are really good still, it just happens. Like there used to be a time where
Curry,
exactly. Like
Draymond,
we saw it.
Two-time finals runner
Butler.
Butler.
No, the Hornets are not good again. We saw it against the Kings. This was very similar to the Kings matchup a couple years ago, where the Kings and Warriors were playing, and it was a young Kings team that didn't have much playoff championship or experience, and the Warriors ended up pulling it out. So it's probably going to be. I used to have a start. Oh boy, I loved the starter jackets back then. I think a lot of people had a Hornets starter jacket in the 90s because that was Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning, Kendall Gill, Muggsy Bogues. Yeah, a lot of people. The Charlotte Hornets.
The Hornets were good
in the 90s. That was before Sam's time.
The 90s.
Yeah, the early 90s back then. Where were you born?
95.
Yeah, so see, yeah, that was before Sam's time. Sam came at the tail end of the starter jackets.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I would have the OKC against the Clippers, the Lakers against the Warriors. This is where it gets interesting. I'm just going to say it right now. The Lakers are going to be the Warriors. Just going to say it right now. They're going to be the Warriors.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a close game? Probably. But I think the Lakers beat the Warriors. I think the Clippers beat OKC.
Interesting. All right.
Because who is guarding Kawhi?
Chet might not be mobile enough to do that.
There's nobody they have nobody that can fuck with Kawhi. That is, and Kawhi can switch off on 17 different players. So are you going to have Harden guard Shea? No, you're going to have Kawhi on there a lot of times. Watch. Kawhi's going to switch off. So they're so switchable. And I just think it's one of those things where it's going to be like a 6-7 game series. It's going to be very, very close, but it's going to end up being the Clippers in the end. So we have a all LA final.
You're saying all LA final.
All LA final. Now, I don't know who's going to win out of those. I would 100%. I would just love to say the Lakers because I'm rooting for the Lakers to win so LeBron could get another ring. So I would 100% say the Lakers, but that's going to be a toss-up. So I'm going to say Lakers. On the East, this isn't even fair. This is so unfair, okay? So here we go. The Cavs are going to beat the living mess out of the Heat. There may be a game or two. So it may be like a 6-game series, but it's not going to really be close. It's going to be like the games that the Cavs win are all blowouts. And the games that they lose are all really close. The Magic, Boston, Boston's going to beat the living mess out of them. Okay. Now we get interesting. Okay, now we get interesting. Detroit is going to upset the Knicks.
All right.
I don't know how, so this is probably not going to happen, but I am pulling for Cade Cunningham. I am pulling for Cade Cunningham all day long. The Knicks should probably beat the Detroit, but the problem is the Knicks have actually played horrible against playoff teams in the East. Their record against playoff teams is not good at all. And then you got the Bucks and the Pacers. So the Bucks and the Pacers. Okay. Okay, so just to give you an idea, Celtics, Warriors, Pistons, Lakers, Pacers are the only team. 500. Yeah. They are the Bucks. So they are 0-4 against the Celtics, 0-2 against the Warriors, 1-4 against the Pistons, 0-2 against the Lakers, 2-2 against the Nuggets, 2-3 against the Pacers. The Rockets, they're 1-1. The Thunder, they're 0-2. The Bucks, they're 3-0. The Suns don't count. The Clippers, they're 0-2. The Cavaliers, they're 0-4 against. And the Heat, they're 100%. They're 3-3. I'm great. Back to what I was saying. The Knicks are going to lose to the Pistons. All right.
I was waiting for where this tangent was going.
Bucks beat the Pacers.
Okay.
Reason why is Damian Lillard is cleared.
Damian Lillard is clear.
Damian Lillard's cleared. So I got the Cavs and the Bucks. I got the Pistons and the Celtics. This is where the nitty-gritty gets good. Okay. So I would 100% say, depending on how Damian Lillard plays, the Bucks could beat the Cavs. Because I don't trust Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs.
Okay.
But I'm going to say the Cavs are going to win that one. Now we're going to get down to this one. I'm going to say, and I'm just throwing names here because I want shit to be fun. The Pistons are going to upset the Celtics.
Okay.
And the reason why it's going to happen is not because the Pistons play outstanding. It's because the Celtics go cold from 3 points. Because they are the number 1 3-point shooting team in the league. So I think with the switchability that the Pistons have, they definitely could upset the Celtics. So now we got the Pistons and the Cavs. And just for old time's sakes, I'm going to put the Cavs in the finals. So it's LeBron against his old team.
Again.
Yep. So we're going to, and guess what's going to happen? LeBron's going to beat his old team.
Yeah, okay. Your playoffs.
My playoffs. Do you want to make your picks?
Let's make some picks here. You ready?
Go ahead.
So I think the Thunder are going to beat the Grizzlies.
Okay.
Give me the Thunder. I actually think the Nuggets are going to beat the Clippers.
Okay.
I think the Nuggets will take it. Give me the Lakers over the Timberwolves. And then give me the Warriors over the Rockets.
Okay.
Now, I think the Nuggets are going to beat the Thunder because I don't think the Thunder are going to make it that far.
Okay.
I think the Lakers will beat the Warriors.
Ooh, Lakers.
And then the Lakers. Fair. What's up?
Is that even fair?
What?
You know, the Lakers haven't beaten the Nuggets at all.
They have. Once Luka got there.
Yeah, they one game.
One game. I think if the Lakers and Nuggets meet in the finals, they'll go to 7 and Luka's going to win it somehow.
Okay.
I think that's what's going to happen there. On the Eastern side of things, give me the Cavaliers. Give me, since you said Dame is there, I'm going to have to take the Bucks now.
Okay.
Give me the Knicks. The Pistons haven't won a playoff game in 18 straight games?
17 years.
17 years. So maybe. I think we're going to have to keep that streak alive. And give me the Celtics. I think the Bucks will take down the Cavs. And then the Celtics will take down the Knicks. And then give me the Bucks going to the finals.
Okay.
Why not?
So you have the Bucks and the Lakers in the finals.
Yes, Bucks and Lakers.
Yeah, no, the last time the Pistons
You okay?
Is that 2008? Yeah, I think it's 2008. That's the last time the Pistons won a playoff game. 17 years ago. 17 years ago.
Let's keep that alive.
Okay, so you have the Lakers and the Bucks. Who you got going? Who you got winning?
Lakers. I think the Lakers.
Okay, so we both on the Lakers bandwagon. Everybody wants to see LeBron win.
So why don't we do a blind Stanley Cup check-in now? You ready?
Fuck it, let's do it.
All right. First series in the Western Conference, Jets and the Blues. Jets are the 1 seed, Blues are the 4 seed.
Okay, hold on. I don't know who these teams are.
Do you want me to just pull up the image I have?
Yeah, pull it up.
Okay. Go ahead. Do you need me to zoom in?
Yep, I got you. So we got the Jets and the Blues.
Yep.
All right, I'll go. Is that the Winnipeg Jets and the St. Louis Blues?
Winnipeg Jets versus the St. Louis Blues.
Fuck Canada. I'm going Blues.
All right. I'm going to say the Jets. We got Dallas Stars versus the Colorado Avalanche.
Fuck Colorado. I'm going Stars.
I think the Avalanche will take it. Vegas Golden Knights versus the Minnesota Wild.
Golden Knights.
Golden Knights. LA Kings versus the Houston Oilers.
Fuck LA. I'm going to take the Houston Oilers.
Houston Oilers, too.
Wait, isn't that Edmonton? That's Edmonton Oilers. That's Edmonton.
Oh, that's Edmonton. I don't know why.
Not fucking Houston. We're not. This isn't football. That's the Edmonton Oilers.
I'm still taking Edmonton over LA.
I'm still taking Edmonton too, but we both said Houston with so much.
Yeah. Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Ottawa Senators.
I think Toronto's a cool town. I'm gonna take Toronto.
All right, I'll take Toronto. Tampa Bay Lightning versus Florida Panthers.
That's so weird because they're both in Florida.
Yep, I'm taking Tampa.
I'm gonna take the Panthers. I like the Panthers better than Lightning.
Capitals versus Canadians. I'm taking the Capitals.
I am too because of Alexander Ovechkin.
Yep. Hurricanes versus the Devils. I'm taking the Hurricanes.
Gotta go with the Devils. I don't like Carolina.
All right. So you said you wanted the Blues and
I got the Blues and the Stars. So I'm gonna go with the Stars. And then I
think
got
the Stars will go there too.
Wait, you took the Avalanche though.
Did I? Yeah. Avalanche. Give me the Avalanche.
Okay. I'm going Knights again. So I got the Knights and the Stars in the.
I've got Knights and Avalanche.
Yeah, I'm going Knights again. So I got Knights.
I'll go Knights as well.
All right, so I have the Leafs and the Panthers. I'm going to go Leafs. Capitals. So I'm going to get Knights versus the Capitals in a rematch from the Knights' second year.
Yep. Who's taking it?
Fucking Knights. Fuck Alexander. Fuck him.
So I'm going to go the same way with you, except for the Capitals going to beat the Hurricanes. Lightning will beat Toronto, and then Capitals beat Tampa Bay.
Okay. And who do you have winning it?
I'll take the Golden Knights too. I'll join you.
BJK win the first round. And where's my shout? What up, Cameo?
So NHL playoffs start tonight as well. St. Louis and Winnipeg play at 6.
Okay. I don't trust the Bucks. I used to have the starter jacket. We went there. Pacers, Nuggets, Jets should easily win. Indiana needs something to be happy about. Maybe the Pacers can win it all. No.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Fuck Indiana. Fuck that town. They don't need nothing to be happy about. Okay. They need everything that they deserve. All right. So What is the Suns' next moves?
Blow it up.
The Phoenix Suns. So for y'all that don't pay attention to basketball, I'll give you a brief story of what happened to the Phoenix Suns. Okay, the Phoenix Suns timeline. The Phoenix Suns got traded for Chris Paul in what was it? 20. It was after the bubble. So 2021.
I would say he was there. He was on the 2021 champion failure run.
I think it was 2021. So, oh no, yeah, no, not the. When did not trade for? Not when they traded him.
Hold on, I got you. I got you.
So 2020, the Thunder, Chris Paul, Phoenix acquired Chris Paul from the Oklahoma City Thunder November 2020, which was basically the 2021 season, because that was after the bubble, which ended in October.
Yes.
Yep. So that was the end of so 2021 season. They traded for Chris Paul. They made a championship run. Everybody knows this, and we call it a failed championship run, but they made a championship run. They upset. Well, they upset a couple teams. I think they beat the Lakers, who were the
let's see, NBA playoffs 2021. Maybe if I also know how to type, maybe I'd fucking get this right sometimes. Let's see here.
I got
it. Okay. Phoenix beat the LA Lakers 4-2. Then they swept Denver, and then they beat the Clippers to meet Milwaukee in.
And they beat the Clippers without the Paul. So that wasn't bad. So they were good. They lost to Milwaukee. They were up. And I think, Giannis was injured the first game. Drew Holiday trade really changed everything. The Bucks come back and win 4 straight. They were up 2-0. The Bucks win 4 straight. Okay, no big deal. So what do you do next year? You try again, right? Well, they tried again, and they beat the Pelicans 4-2. They beat then they lost to the Mavericks 3-4. So in that game series, they were up 2-0, then they were up 3-2, and Chris Paul immediately got old. I remember that series. Chris Paul got old as shit. We saw him age before our eyes. And we were like, oh, wow, let's go. So they lost. What do they do after that? They decide that they're going to break up their core. And they keep Chris Paul, right? They keep him. They keep Devin Booker. But they trade for Kevin Durant. And when they traded for Kevin Durant, that's when everything went crazy. Because, trade for, you dumbasses. I hate when you put something in and they talk shit. So the Phoenix Suns traded Mikal Bridges, who was their small forward that he plays for the Knicks now. He was with the Nets. They traded Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson is with the Nets still, who 2K rating, he's a low 80s. 4 first-round picks and a 2028 pick swap. And all they got was Kevin Durant. They traded Jay Crowder, who wasn't playing for him anyway. So they had Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton, which DeAndre Ayton was already in trouble. They traded him in Portland for Jusuf Nurkic.
Jusuf Nurkic.
Yep, exactly. So, and they had Chris Paul. And then they lost in the playoffs. They went up and they lost in the playoffs to they beat the Clippers 4-1. And then they lost to the Nuggets 4-2. Wasn't even a close series. Then they traded Chris Paul. And they traded him for Bradley Beal. And Bradley Beal's no trade clause. And then they proceeded to get swept by the Timberwolves the next year. And then during the trade deadline, they tried to trade Bradley Beal. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they tried to trade him for Jimmy.
And he said, fuck you, no. So guess what they tried to do after that? They tried to trade Kevin. And Kevin said, no, I don't want to go there. So as of right now, the Suns have not made the playoffs. They were the 11th seed. They can't trade Bradley Beal without him saying yes. Kevin Durant is on his last year of the contract and nobody's giving up. They do not own their picks for the next. Oh, what did they trade for Bradley Beal? I didn't even know what they traded for Bradley Beal, because not only did they trade for what did they trade? What?
They gave up some bullshit.
Well, Beal was basically gone. They were happy to get him. So the Suns traded Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, 4 future first round pick swaps. So 24, 26, 28, 2030. They don't own their 28 pick because they traded that in the Kevin Durant trade. So as of right now, let's see what did Suns trade for? Let's see right now how many picks they don't have. So they traded 4 unprotected futures for KD. What did the Suns trade for KD? So 4 first round picks. What exactly were those? Here we go.
Do you need help with this research?
Will you stop talking shit?
I will talk all the shit.
I always need help.
So what are you trying to look up?
I'm trying to look up what exactly draft picks. Here we go. They traded for them. It just says 4 first round picks. It says 4 future, but okay, here we go. So they traded the 2023 first, 2025 first, 2027 first, and 2029 first. And then they had the 2028 pick swap. So for Bradley Beal, they traded the pick swap for 2024 because you can't trade back-to-back picks. They traded the pick swap for 2026. They traded the pick swap for 2028, and they traded the 2030 and 6 future second rounders. So as of right now, they don't own their pick for. They didn't own their pick for 23. They didn't own it for 24. They don't have it for this year. They don't own it for next year because the Nets own it. They can pick swap them. They don't own a pick for 2027 because they got it for the Nets. They don't own the pick for 2028 because the pick swap is now given to the Washington Wizards. The Nets have their 2029 pick, and the Washington Wizards have the 2030 pick. They don't have a first round pick till 2031.
Yeah, so as they say in Los Angeles for the Rams, fuck them picks, right?
They might get a couple pick swaps. So what do? Who do they trade? You said blow it up. Who are they trading?
Everything. Trade everyone. Trade the owner.
Trade the owner. They can't trade the owner.
Trade the owner.
They already fired the cop. The fucking coach.
All right, 3 years in a row, baby.
So who do you want to trade first?
Trade it for whatever you could get. Like honestly,
who do you want to trade first though? KD?
Yeah, trade KD first.
Okay, KD's got 2 years left on his contract with the player team option. With the option. All right, let's see. What's the other? Who should we try to trade him to?
Let's see. All right, hold on. Let's really work this out here. So KD, I saw Anthony say to Dallas, but if I'm Dallas, honestly, I don't even think I want that.
No, because okay, so let's see. Who can you give up for Dallas? Because that is a rumor. That is a rumor.
So if you trade AD, you got to give some picks probably. You probably throw in.
You're not trading AD. You're not trading AD.
Not AD. I said sorry, KD. So for KD to go to Dallas, you got to throw in some draft picks because they want draft capital. Probably throw in a young player, which I don't even see they have any. Who is their youngest player? I mean, Max Christie, Derek Lively's 21 if they want to do that, but that'd be a horrible trade. Let's see.
I'm working it right now. There's almost no way to do this trade.
I was thinking of PJ Washington too.
Okay, I got it. So they're gonna have to trade in a couple picks, which Dallas doesn't have any. They have very few, but they're gonna have to trade in a pick, and this is why this trade's not gonna work. So Klay Thompson, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, Caleb Martin. Those are the 4 players that you would need to match salaries. plus draft picks. So Dallas would basically ruin it. Dallas would be AD, Kyrie Irving, and KD, and a whole bunch of role players. And none of them can stay healthy. I don't think that it's not likely. I don't think that's a good trade. So, okay, let's add a 3-team in. Okay. So who would we, let's just add Charlotte in for shits and giggles.
Charlotte for shits and giggles.
Okay, so let me see how we could do this. So we're gonna put him in. God damn it, I hate this. We're gonna throw in because I know y'all want to get rid of him. All right, so now I gotta see this one right here. So you're gonna get out. You're gonna get out. You're gonna get out. You're gonna get out. Okay, go back to Dallas. So
why would Booker want to go to the Pistons? I mean, Cade's already there.
Because he played next to Cade. Cade's point guard. Booker's just natural shooting guard. They don't want you back. They don't want you back. Oh, I don't want Grant Williams going to the Mavericks. That's right. This one is actually kind of hard with the 3-team.
It always is.
Okay, so we're going to take Grant Williams out.
I'm going to give up on this. I don't give a crap. I don't care. Because honestly, if I'm the Suns, honestly, like, you're just blowing it up at this point. Like, you've already proven that this idea doesn't work. They're going to need to get some draft capital back. They're going to need to get rid of some of these players. Like, they've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, they do. I'm still trying this one. Who else can
Are you still trying?
No, who else can I give up?
They fucked.
I need to give up one more player. Got it. Okay. All right, here we go.
Let's hear it.
3-team trade, successful. So the Phoenix Suns get Miles Bridges, Jusuf Nurkic, and Caleb Martin. Plus, they're going to get a shit ton of picks. Okay, they're going to get a couple picks from Dallas, maybe a pick or two from Charlotte, right? Maybe like a second round. Charlotte's going to get Klay Thompson to pair with Lonzo Ball. They're going to get Daniel Gafford at center, backup Nick Marshall, and Max Christie, which is another point guard, shooting guard. And Kevin Durant is going to go to the Mavericks. The Suns get 4 wins better. The Mavericks get 9 wins worse, lose 9 wins, and the Charlotte Hornets stay the same. So if it's me, I'm telling you right now, I don't trade KD and I don't trade Bradley Beal. I'm going to tell you who I trade. I trade Devin fucking Booker.
Yeah.
The reason why is he is the most overrated superstar I've ever seen in my life. If that dude didn't score 71 points back in the day, nobody would care. Before Chris Paul got there, he did not have a winning season in Phoenix. Not only did he not have a winning season, he didn't win 4 games in a row until the bubble. So Chris Paul gets there, championship, season, contender, second round. Chris Paul leaves. First round exit, missed the playoffs. So the only time you were halfway decent was when Chris Paul was on your team. So I'm getting rid of Devin Booker. I'm telling you right now.
I'm getting rid of all 3.
No. I'm going to tell you. I'm getting rid of Devin. Booker's going bye-bye. And this is what I'm going to do. Because you need to massage this. They could still work with Bradley Beal and Durant. So I'm going Booker. and I don't know where I'm trading him. But as of right now, they're gonna need a small forward. They're gonna need a small forward. So who can we get him to? So realistically, I think this is the trade I would do.
Did you know the first French fries weren't cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece.
Yeah, all French fries are cooked in grease.
God damn you.
Fuck. He makes too much
Man,
money.
what the fuck are you doing?
All right, so I'm still trying to figure this trade out. That was the first trade I have, but I can't.
Oh.
Can we do that? Where's he at?
Can we, guys, what the fuck is this picture?
What picture?
You and Jeremy.
Where were we at?
The fucking wrestling thing.
Yeah, neither one of us are smiling. Yeah.
What the fuck, man? You look business casual. He's wearing.
I literally just came from work. That was not what I thought was gonna work. That one won't work. There was 2 trades I wanted to do, but neither one of those would work. I wanted to go to Sacramento. Oh, there it is. That's the one I want. Okay, I wanted to go to Sacramento, and I wanted to go to San Antonio. I need a couple million more. Yeah, no, the only thing. Okay, so there you go. I think I got it. No, I need more money on over here. Okay. So 41.53. I need a couple more million.
I'm about to put the Jeopardy music on you for Final Jeopardy.
This is allowed. Fuck it, I'm done. I can't figure it out. Never mind. Yeah. That trade is, there's so much, but I would get rid of Booker. I'm trading Booker. I'm trying to find somebody that wants him. You could trade it to the Charlotte Hornets, which wouldn't be a bad deal, depending on what you can get back. And that's the only thing I can think of right now. You could do. Oh, will that work? Yeah. So Miles Bridges, Grant Williams, to the Phoenix Suns for Devin Booker and some picks. Charlotte would give up some picks as well.
Okay.
That would be my trade.
That would be your trade?
Yeah, because Miles Bridges can play your 4 or your 3. That clears up the logjam. Bradley Beal is going to run your 1 or 2. And Grant Williams is coming off your bench as your 3 or your 4. So that clears up their logjam of having too many players that play the same position. All right, next topic. I'm done with this. I don't know what they're doing. I'm trading Booker. He's blowing up the whole.
I'm launching the team into the sun.
But they can't because they don't have any picks.
No, I mean like literally just like send everyone to the sun.
All right. Okay. MLB fantasy.
Mr. Eric over here. I'm gonna have to let you take the reins because you're winning.
I don't know how I'm doing it. I'm not winning. The computer's winning. This is all AI. I go in and say, change my lineup and set it. I've made 1 move. I've made 2 moves. One of them was a move you told me. The other one was a move I made on myself, and it's still pending how well it's going to do.
Oh my God. Yeah, you are killing it over there.
Yeah. So what is your record right now?
2-1. The only loss was you.
Yep. So right now, if y'all don't play MLB fantasy, I can understand why. But give me some thoughts on the MLB season. What are your takeaways so far on them, Sam?
So let's see. For starters, I mean, the Braves, who are supposed to be one of the better teams in the league, they are not looking so hot right now. But it is only the first month of the season. So I mean, they're going to get
missing Acuna.
Acuna's going to come back. They just got Spencer Strider back, who's their ace. They lost Max Fried to the Yankees, which isn't really a big detriment at the moment. I mean, the Braves are 6-13 right now, not the worst team in the MLB, but they just got to wait for everyone to come back because they lost also their free agent signing of Jerkson Profar for 80 games due to PEDs. So, I mean, I'll stay in the NL East. I mean, the Phillies and the Mets are raking right now on the top. The only problem is the Mets bats are not working. They suck at hitting right now for some reason. Okay. The Marlins, I think they're going to be having a fire sale around the trade deadline because everyone's been trying to nip at the heel for their ace, Sandy Alcantara.
Got you.
Where you want me to head? Where you guide me, and I'll talk about the teams.
Padres, Dodgers. Let's go to the NL West.
All right, NL West.
You got 3 teams in California that's playing really, really well.
So that NL West is honestly the best division in the MLB right now, minus one team.
Minus the Rockies.
Minus the Rockies. Because the Diamondbacks are 12. Like these are the top 4 teams in baseball.
Got you.
The Padres have been raking. Like they went 7-0. The Dodgers went 8-0 before they started losing their first few games. The Giants, again, are a retirement home that somehow has the fountain of youth. Because no matter what this team does, and I'm being serious, they always get the old veterans and they start playing like they're superstars again. They did this with Blake Snell, and he's now got a contract with freaking the Dodgers. I think Verlander's raking right now, too. He's been killing it a little bit. He's got 18 innings pitched with 17 strikeouts. Unfortunately, the ERA is not where it should be. The ERA is a little high for him. But they seem to always, no matter what, whenever you write these guys out, they always seem to just fuck it up, like just fucking come out of nowhere and just start raking with these boys.
And then let's talk about the worst division, the American League Central.
Your division.
My division.
Well, you have the White Sox. That's the first.
But that don't matter. We got 3 teams under 500. And the other 2 teams are barely above 500.
So who did the Royals play? So the Twins, they had a great series against the Mets, but they do not look good. Honestly, they're probably gonna have a fire sale at some point.
Got you.
Because the Twins, unfortunately, they've been falling. Carlos Correa, who's like one of their best hitters, are out. The Royals are playing the Tigers today, but they're literally on a 5-game losing streak. The Royals. Because they got swept by the Yankees and they lost 2 to the Tigers right now. Who is doing what? I mean, Bobby Witt Jr. is doing what he does, but you've got no one else doing anything because Salvador Perez has 2 home runs and Vinny Pasquantino has 13 RBIs, and your pitching is probably not great either.
This is just my fucking year, buddy. This is just the way. Hey, Aces fans, y'all gonna suck this year too, okay? Some bad's gonna happen because I'm rooting for y'all. Okay, my team was amazing, lost in the Super Bowl. My basketball team sucks. My fucking baseball team, they gave me hope in the beginning of the season. And what are they, like 1-7?
They are
1, 2.
They are literally on a 5-game losing streak right now.
They're 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2.
They're 2-8 in their last
3,
10.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they're 1-7. 1-7 in their last 8 games.
2-8 in the last 10.
Yeah, 2-9. Fuck, 2-10. No, 2-9.
They're playing Detroit today. They're playing Detroit. Detroit's been good. Detroit's 12-8.
They've been whooping our ass. Okay, 6-1, 7-3. It's a fucking ass whooping. The Guardians beat them 7-0 and 6-3 in their series. Not everybody can be the Mets. And I don't even know why we're talking about Salvatore Perez. Like, this motherfucker should be doing something. He should be in a retirement home. He should be on the Giants.
You know why I mentioned his name? He's the guy who has the most home runs on your team.
With 2?
With 2.
Thank you.
If Salvador Perez ends up on the Giants, he is going to find the fountain of youth and go back to 2015.
Send him. Send him. Send Bobby Witt. Send everybody. Get some picks. Well, I don't want to go. Listen. I have no problem with us losing, but don't give me hope. Okay? Some of my best times as a sports fan was during the tanking 76ers because you knew they fucking sucked. You didn't have hope, but when they won, it was okay. So, Royals, stop it.
Yeah.
Either get on board, either play up or play out.
Remember, this is the first month of the season.
I don't give a fuck. There's 162 games. This is the way I look at shit, okay, with baseball. This is 100% how I look at it. It's the first month of baseball, so depending on how we end, but it doesn't look like we're ending good. Every month, you need to end above 500 or right around 500. Because I don't want to come to August and they be like, we need a run. No. Like, I know there's 162 games, but you know damn well if in the first month your team sucks and they don't have a lot of injuries, they're probably going to suck.
They've got 10 games left. And what are they? They're 8-13.
They are 1-7. Fuck 8-13. They are fucking 1-7. They started off 7 and what? They started off 7-6, 7-5, and then they've lost 7 straight games. Okay, so we could go, oh, they started off good and they're in a slump, or we could say no, they just surprised people because everybody else was getting their chemistry together.
Let's say, all right. So in their first series, they went 1-3 against the Guardians. Then they went 1-3 against Milwaukee. They went 2-1 against Baltimore. What, are you doing math now?
No, I'm actually checking to see if my employee showed up. Go ahead.
Oh. So
I've been having a time clock issue with this person.
So
like, it's so surprised. It's 9:10. She's supposed to be there at 9, but I'm actually surprised that she's there.
Oh my God. So here's where it went wrong. April 11th, when they played the Guardians, that is when they went downhill.
No. Wait, stop it. Okay. April 11th, when they're playing the Guardians, that's when it went downhill.
Yeah, because if you look at, so I mean, they had series wins from Baltimore all the way, like they were winning pretty decently.
Buddy, they were 1-2, 1-3 or 1-2 against the Brewers.
Yeah.
They were 2-1 against the Orioles. No big deal. Okay, so the Twins. So no, this is what I'm trying to tell you. We're not hitting a slump. Okay, we had a good week.
Yeah,
we had a good first week.
Now you have a bad third week.
No, we have a bad 8 games. No.
Monday the 14th is when this losing streak started.
Listen.
Y'all came out here to New York to play the Yankees.
We are averaging. Yeah. And then, yes, 100%. But it's not like it was doing good before then. Like, we lost to the Guardians both series.
7-0, 6-3, and then they won 4-2.
Yes. So, no, the problem that we have is we are the Royals. We are who we thought we were. That's it, okay? We are who we thought we were. All right. Last topic we're going to jump into. Could Jerry West play in the NBA today? Today's NBA. So, we need to have some rules, okay?
Let's set them.
We need to have some real quick rules. We are not adding attributes to Jerry West.
I didn't think we were.
No, because for some odd reason, this whole started with my dad fucking argument. And I literally said in the beginning, I said, no, Jerry West couldn't play in today's game. He goes, what are you fucking talking about? The greatest person of all time, one of the greatest players. You mean to tell me? I'm like, Dad, if he grew up in today, yes. But if you just teleport him to, there's no fucking way. So we're not adding attributes. We're not saying that he grew up. We can take his prime year his prime seasons, and just teleport that Jerry West into today's NBA and see if he could play. So that we're not giving him any height for. I mean, we could change his position because he's a point guard and a shooting guard. So I mean, he's 6'3". He's probably going to be a point guard, shooting guard, same position that he's at now. So we don't have to change his position.
Do we leave him on the Lakers though? Is the question.
Yeah, I mean, we could do whatever we wanted. We could put him on the Lakers. I mean, because yeah, of course.
If we're putting Jerry West on the Lakers, I think he would be the 2 guard with Luka being the 1.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would 100% agree with that. I would 100% agree with this. This is what I'm going to tell you right now what Jerry West would be, okay? Jerry West, in his prime, would be a prime JJ Redick in the NBA.
A prime JJ Redick.
Now, I'm not saying JJ Redick was only a 3-point shooter because he was mostly a 3-point shooter. But we got to remember, JJ Redick could score when he came out with Duke. He transitioned his game to that. So this is the first thing I'm going to say. This is the first reason why I can't put him much higher than JJ Redick. Can we name an NBA All-Star white guard?
Jason Williams.
In this recent world? Yay. That is from America? Fucking Jason Williams stopped playing in 2009. In this current generation right now, who is an all-star guard that's a white American?
Jason Williams stopped playing in 2011.
I was 2 years off.
White guard all-star, Luka Doncic.
That's not from America.
Oh, not from America. Okay,
He's fucking Slovenia. We got it. Yeah, we have a lot. Alex, let's just look at the white 1 and 2. Austin Reeves. So maybe an Austin Reeves type character. Maybe JJ Redick was a little bad. Maybe Austin Reeves. He would take over Austin Reeves' position. Klay Thompson.
So Jerry West has the assist to be like Jason Williams in a modern day.
No, he does not.
Why not? Because
he never dealt with the fucking crossover.
So you don't think he's able to
listen? Defensively, he would get cooked. That's why
I wasn't talking about defense. I'm talking about assist.
I have a question. This is why I said JJ Redick, and Austin Reeves probably works better.
Let's see.
Austin Reeves is probably faster and more athletic than Jerry West. Pull up a Jerry West game right now and watch how he's dribbling.
Oh no, I've seen him play.
So how is he gonna have an assist when he can't cross somebody over? He's not. If we teleport Jerry West into today's NBA's, his shooting ability, his layups, all of that works, but none of his dribbles work. He's not going to be able to create his own shot.
No, he's not.
That's why I said JJ Redick. So we can say
he's going to be a corner 3 guy.
He's going to be a spot up shooter. We could say assist, but he's not. He's going to be able to pass the ball. His IQ is amazing. But how is he going to get in the hole?
He's not going to get in the hole. He's just going to pass the ball around.
He's going to pass the ball. So he's probably going to average 15 points a game on 15 to 16 points, 15 to 17 points a game on spot up shots, 3 points and 2 points. And they go, oh, he didn't shoot 3. He shot beyond the 3-point when he was in the league. They just didn't have a 3-point. His defense is not going to be very good, but he's not going to be horrible. He's not going to be Steph Curry bad on defense, but because he still has lateral quickness. You still had to move your feet. You see what I'm saying?
He's definitely not going to be able to guard Curry, Kyrie.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. So you're going to have a spot up shooter that is not very athletic. So he's going to be a less athletic Austin Reeves.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. So that's that is the biggest thing. There are certain players that can 100% play in this generation, But if we're taking anybody from, they have to be athletically gifted. Because, like, what is he doing with Shea?
Yeah. He's looking at him.
What is he doing with Luka? And my dad said he'd be like a Luka. I'm like,
no, he's
except
not.
He doesn't have the handles.
You're not taking someone who doesn't know what a fucking crossover is and turning him into Luka. Just because Luka plays slow doesn't mean he can't cross somebody up still.
Exactly.
That's the problem with that argument.
Luka
plays like Larry Bird, but Larry Bird doesn't really cross people up.
Yeah. So, okay. So, and that's a very good comparison. Larry Bird was still playing the same way Jerry West was playing. Mm-hmm. Just a bigger version of him. Could he get to his spots? Yes. Could he get his shot? But most of Jerry West's points were jump shots. He got to a spot, backed you down, but you're also talking about a bigger guy. In this day and age, Jerry West is Alex Caruso type, right?
If we did let him adjust to the modern days, I mean, he'd be fine because we've seen him learn the game pretty well and pioneered Steph Curry.
So again, 100%. If we said, bring your ass in here, we're going to put you in, because we can't just let him adjust to the game because you could learn a crossover. But we're not playing. When we were a kid, I don't know if you did these. We didn't do Jerry West dribbling drills. We did Pistol Pete dribbling drills. So nobody was talking about watch Jerry West of how great he is. No, Pistol Pete, like there were people that could dribble in his time frame. He just wasn't one of them. Now, if we give him the attributes of an NBA player today, it's over.
He'll be Luka. He'll be just as slow.
No, because you got to make him better. You got to make him fit. You'd have to basically say, what was he in his prime compared to what they had then? Let's make that adjustable to what we have now. So if he was a top 10 or top 10 athletic player in this prime, he's going to have to be a top 20 athletic player in today's NBA. Yeah. If he was, just putting him in the top 20 changes everything. His speed, his jumping ability, his crossover. You would literally, if you just said, okay, in the 80s, in his prime, he was rated an 88 to a 91. And or 95. We're not going to give him a 95, but we're going to give him an 88. An 88 Jerry West in 19 fucking you would go 19. So 1961 through 19 fucking 70. That is he never won MVP, but placed fifth, third, second, All-Star, NBA team won, NBA. That is an average of 30. He averaged 30, 27, 28, 31, 31, 28, 26, 25, 31 point. And free and field goal percentage, 40, 44, 46, 48, 49, 47, 46, 51, 47, 49. Which, free throws. He was a free throw magnet. So you're an assist. So you're going to have a 24 to 25 point scorer game, shooting at a 48% with about 5 assists, maybe 7 to 8. Like, God damn it, that's fucking early James Harden.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So that's if we even just made him relatively comparable, but did not say he was a top 3 guy and gave him a top 20 standings, he's fucking great. And then we add in his IQ. He's unbearable. Unbearable. He's a better version of Austin Reeves. He's a guy that could lead the team to the playoffs by himself. He would turn into every white kids that doesn't live in a city, like, rural neighborhood, Idaho, Utah,
Larry Bird.
Yeah, exactly. So Indiana, he would be the Caitlin Clark of the fucking NBA. Okay, that's if we gave him attribute stats. So I think definitely he would not play here. I think if we moved him, what he would be a role player, a bench
Yeah.
coming off the bench. But if we gave him stats, he would be good. We know LeBron can't play in. Stop it. Stop it right now. I'm so sick of this. Okay, I didn't even want to touch on this, but I gotta bring it up. The fucking respect we have for LeBron James is fucking unbelievable. Let me make this clear. Jordan is better. Okay? So I'm not saying LeBron is better than Jordan. But I hate this idea that LeBron James could not play in any other era because he flops. LeBron flops because he can. That's the only reason why. LeBron flops because the league allows it. Right? You think he flops a lot, right, Sam?
Oh, absolutely.
But that's
because too much that I can't watch the basketball no more.
That's what the league allows. LeBron James is between 6'8" and 6'10". He is the fastest guy on the court with the ball 90% of the time that he's in the league. It weighs between 260 and 280 of all fucking muscle. What power forward is guarding him in the 80s or 90s? Give me one.
Larry Johnson.
No, 6'6". He is a matchup nightmare for the whole by the way, he can dribble like a fucking point guard and has the vision. So we saw what Magic Johnson did with the NBA. LeBron James is a bigger, stronger Magic. What do you mean he can't play in the old days? Oh, and by the way, LeBron James came in the league in 2003. So he came in the league with the Lakers Shaq, with the Chauncey Billups-led Detroit Pistons, with the fucking grin and grind Grizzlies. He played in the league right after zone defense was only instituted 2 years before he played in the league. The three-point revolution was still not going on.
See, so here's the argument that I'd like to make about that too, because you mentioned it too. Like, he was drafted in 2003 and hand checking was still allowed. Like, he played in a physical environment. So to say that he can't do it, like, he's been able to adjust to everything that's been thrown to him since he's been in the league. So I don't see why he wouldn't be able to go into the 90s and be like, all right, you're going to hit me, I'm going to hit you back. I don't understand the arguments towards why LeBron can't go back in time. Any player could go back in time and do this, honestly. And with their current skill set, too, they could honestly bring in their own renaissance.
No. There's some players that could. There's some. Look, I love Steph Curry. He could not play in the 80s or 90s.
Okay.
The reason why is because he would be Reggie Miller, but he's too fragile.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like Shaq said it multiple times. Like, he would come into the lane and Shaq would put him on his ass. He did it to Iverson in the finals. Like, do you see Stephen Curry playing with a broken tailbone? That's what I mean. So, like, there are some players that you would have a lot of trouble because Stephen Curry is not a matchup nightmare. His dribbling ability was great. His three-point shooting was great. But you know what they would do? They would put hands on him. Like, we don't give Reggie Miller enough credit for his toughness of having to come off those screens. We don't give him enough credit. Klay Thompson could play because he's a defensive stalwart at the time and didn't need much to get his shot off. Yeah. Fuck, he made, 30 points on 9 dribbles. And then defensively, they can't hide Curry. There was no zone defense. So Curry is a fucking defensive liability and fragile.
AD can't play. Hey, before we keep going in this, I actually have to run. So
no, we're about to get off. We're about to get off right
perfect.
now. So go ahead. Everybody, make sure you follow us on your stream. I forgot about Eastern 420. Oh, fucking well. I'm gonna be high as fuck tomorrow with the Lord.
I am going to a Mets game tomorrow.
He's gonna be high as fuck with the Mets too, because they're gonna win. So, Sam, whenever you're ready, go ahead and take us out.
Take me out, Coach.